Hello everyone. In last video we saw how to install AsgardCms on your computer. Now we're going to see how you can create new modules very fast using the Scaffolder tool. I'm using the same installation as previous video, just in the exception that I've created a virtual host to access my site using demo.app. So I'm going to go ahead and log in. Alright, so we're back where we were before. Now the only thing we need to do is go into the terminal and I'm going to list all the available commands. So here you can see in the Asgard namespace there is a module scaffold command. So we're going to use that. So this command takes 0 arguments, you just need to run it. So we're going to run php artisan Asgard module scaffold. This is going to ask us a series of questions to create a new module. So first of all, we need to choose the vendor and the name of the module we're going to create. So I'm going to put this under my namespace and let's call this news. Here we can choose if we create a module using Eloquent or Top3. The default is Eloquent, so we can leave it empty. Here we can set up which entities we need to set up our module. So for instance, in the news module, we might need a news entity, a category entity, and that's it. So now we just leave it empty and it will go over to the next question. Here, if you need to have value objects, then you can set it up here. We are not going to use it for now, so we're going to leave it empty. Alright, so our module is now generated. Let's see how it looks. So we're going to go in our demo application. As you can see here, there's a new module called News. This is the module that was generated using our Scaffolder tool. Just one thing we need to do is set up our git.inyo file. As you can see here, there's a git.inyo file that ignores every module inside this folder, except the one that we're going to put in here. So in here we need to set up that we're going to ignore the News module. So everything is ignored except the news module. That's it. Alright, so now that that's done, we can see everything is grayed out except for the news module here. Let's see what the Scaffolder tool has generated for us. First of all, we can see generated a couple of migrations. We can see generated a news table where we just created an ID column and timestamps, and it's pretty much ready to fill in the fields. Same for the translation tables. You just need to fill in your fields you want to have translated. All the rest is already done. And pretty much exactly the same for the categories table. So the migration is an important part. Other than that, there is also the controllers. We can see it created a news controller and a category controller. So pretty much here is ready to go, except that we need to uncomment this line to fetch all the news. I've commented this by default since to make this work, we first need to migrate our database. So that's why it is commented. So once you have migrated, you just comment it and it will be ready to go. Of course, you need to put news here in as well. Alright, same for the category controller. Nothing special here. It also created, let's see, the route here. So he created the necessary resource routes, the route binding, everything that's needed. Also, he created the views in administration. We have here the default CRUD views to edit, create, and the index views, and same for categories. Also important, if you look in the configuration folder, we can see permissions. Configuration. So this is pretty much what sets up the permissions that we're going to see in a second on the graphical user interface. So for the news, here the news module, the news entity, we have these permissions. With the news module and the categories entity, we have these permissions. That's pretty important to understand how that works. To give you an idea, let's go into the roles section here. So we're going to edit our administration role. Let's see for the news module here. We can see it created the two parts here. So here you can select everyone so that the administration role, the admin role will have access to everything. So let's update this. Alright, so now we can see we have a new module here. You can see there's also the index view for the category, pretty much the same. If we go into the news view, I can here click create a new news, and here it just empty, it just leaves it empty for you to use to add your fields as you create them in the migration. Same thing for the category. You can either click the link here or type C with your keyboard and you will be redirected to the create category page. Type B to go back to the index page. Alright, so this pretty much concludes our quick view to how to scaffold the module. Next up, we're going to see how to fill these fields and have a working module.